Hey y'all, Kelly Whitney here with another thing older black women should tell younger black women, but don't. Don't ignore these red flags, y'all, because I'm confused by y'all. I don't understand it. I saw a video yesterday. I couldn't even react. It was so ridiculous. Let me tell you about it. This black guy was stitching this video of a black woman talking about how after 5 years of friendship with her best friend, the best friend told her, "I hated you all along." Pardon? So I watched it, and she proceeded to say that she had made this woman the godmother of her child. Their families had started to integrate. Their husbands were friends. She had told her just some of the most intimate details about her life, only to find out just one day this person just upped and called to say, you know, I've got to tell you something. I want to talk to you. Sat down, proceeded to tell her, "I've never liked you. I actually hated you. I was jealous of you. When you had gestational diabetes and you were worried about your health and the health of your unborn child, I actually prayed that you wouldn't recover." And And I'm like, First question is, why did this bitch confess all of a sudden? What was the impetus for the big reveal, right? My next question is, why you didn't know this bitch hated you? So she proceeds to say in the video that there were a few times where she felt something was off. That's how she described it. Something is off. But she just let it go for whatever reason. You know, it wasn't big enough of a concern for her to address it. And that's where she fucked up. You see what I'm saying? If you feel some type of way about another human being who you have close emotional, mental, or physical dealings with, and you feel something is off, you need to address it. Because if that feeling comes more than once or twice, it's real. That's your intuition telling you there's a problem. The theme of the video was why you should vet your friends. On the surface of things, I agree with that 1000%. You should vet every person in your life to ensure that that is the right relationship for you to cultivate, because it's very easy for people to be led astray, especially black women who are frequently the recipients of a shit ton of unsolicited advice and information that they may not have asked for. So it's very, very important that you vet those who you have close or continuous dealings with. But I just can't get past the idea that this person knew something was off but did nothing about it. You did nothing about it. That's almost tacit to you agreeing to somebody mistreating you. And for you to have made this demon the godmother of your child and potentially endangered your child's life, wow, that's ugly. And I know this is a common scenario. You guys are familiar with that case of the black girl who went to, I think it was Mexico, with a group of her friends, and they killed her. Dead ass, she didn't come back. And they filmed it. They beat her to death and filmed the whole thing. And she paid for the trip. Did I forget that? Yeah. Good night. Vet these damn people. Vet who's in your life. People will tell you everything you need to know about them. They'll tell you if they're jealous of you. They'll tell you if they don't like you. They'll tell you if they're angry at you. And they won't say a word. And they'll still let you know everything. Robert Greene, who wrote The 48 Laws of Power and several other best-selling books, talked in a video that I saw recently about micro-expressions. Meaning you can tell how someone really feels about you because it'll float across their face. You'll see it in their eyes. Or just a split second, you'll see how they truly feel before they are able to mask it. You have to be that observant of those who are in your circle. If you feel off about somebody, watch their face when you tell them good news. Watch their face when you share some of your aspirations. It doesn't even have to be the truth. You could be testing them to see what their reaction is. And if they're happy for you, if they're engaged, if they ask great follow-up questions, or if you say, "Oh, that's good, girl." Right. Don't ignore red flags. It's dangerous. People will hurt you out of envy. They will hurt you out of jealousy. They will ruin opportunities for you. They will ruin your reputation, which can subsequently ruin opportunities for you. They will mess your money up. They will ruin your other relationships. You cannot ignore red flags when it comes to friendships, family, love partners, work partners. Just keep in mind, people will tell you everything you need to know about them. They'll tell you everything. They can't help themselves. Trust me. If there's any ick, that's what I call it, that feeling of ick. If you feel like that about anybody, pay attention to that. That's a red flag. Or other red flags that you may be ignoring or forgiving or that you're attributing to something else. Don't do that. Red flags are there for a reason. They're telling you something is wrong that you need to pay attention to. And I think older Black women don't always talk to younger women about not ignoring red flags because they ignore red flags. They are too forgiving. They are too understanding. They are too willing to put things aside and not make a fuss or not attribute bad feelings to somebody's behavior. That's a mistake. That's a huge, potentially dangerous mistake. We hear stories constantly, every single day, every single week about women, Black women, who ignored red flags and were killed, robbed, beaten, abused, their children mistreated, missing. Don't ignore red flags. The good Lord is waving that flag at you for a reason. He wants you to pay attention to whatever the issue is so you can address it. When you ignore red flags, that's basically saying, I don't care if this person hurts me. Is that how you're operating? I would advise you to rethink that strategy. Well, that's all I've got for this video. I hope y'all come back for the next one.